Good day. I am Kathleen Leonardo Vasquez, a licensed professional teacher living at Barangay Maunlad, Puerto Princesa City, Palawan. This presentation is in partial fulfillment of the requirements in English 301, Advanced English for academic purposes. One of the language skill requirements of this course is the development of oral communication skills through oral research presentation. Now, let's go to my thesis statement. Student variable how behavioral issues affect students' academic performance. Although social behaviors are not predictable, we can predict it through learners' academic performance. Grades are strongly connected to social behaviors than learners' examination results. Besides, behavioral issues directly affect students' academic performance because it may links to academic skills such as study habits, peer involvement, parental motivations, teacher strategies, and others. I chose this topic because, based on my observations, learners' attitude have a big impact on their learning development. To give you an instance, some pupils have naughty and have defiant attitude during class, and the teachers need to control and maintain that particular scenarios. Therefore, behavioral issues can directly affect the student's academic performance. If I will be given a chance to work on this proposal, I will plan to gather data through survey and questionnaire to teachers and parents who have been experiencing students' behavioral issues. In addition, I will interview pupils to determine some factors that might affect in showing them some negative behavior in their learning. Now, let's go to the presentation of review of related literature. Presentation of review of related literature. Ward 2016 discussed that providing behavioral support is connected to the broader concern for improving academic success. He finds safer school lead to a more conveniently learning environment, but there are some factors he considered such as grade level, socioeconomic factors, and parental involvement. While Han 2017 explains that corporal punishments matter in rural school because it reflects principal effect on disciplines, practices, and students' problem behavior. He noticed that lack of parental involvement, parents and teachers' motivations, and financial activities resulting less academic achievements mostly in rural areas. However, Debris et al. 2018 examines the data from the German National Education Panel to measure the social behaviors and academic development of the learners, pointing out a strong link between pro-social behavior and academic achievements that link to academic skills such as study habits, classroom behaviors, peer interactions directly affect the learner's academic performance. Kirkpatrick 2019 observes the way the students behave in classroom potentially set the tone the way they perform in school, while teachers who negatively emotions in classroom have a difficulty in building students' relationships, delivering instructions, and managing classroom instead of giving appropriate learning materials. Students can make connections and impact to shines their learning. While Lebor 2017 assessed that plagiarism and online bullying should not be tolerated to determine the authenticity of students' work. In addition, lack of motivation and confidence, disrespectful, challenging behavior, not doing the homework, off-task behavior, and student trying to disrupt others might affect also the student's academic performance. Sulaiman 2016 identifies four kinds of data such as contextual information about the schools, policy text developed about students' behavior in the schools, observation the way teachers interact with the students, and semi-structural and focus group interviews with school leaders, teachers, and other staff to prove that there are various factors the learners encounter in his or her academic development. While Boros et al. 2019 believes that the relationship between instructional content and student outcome measures the volume and intensity of topics covered. Whether it indicates problem with the measurement of teacher instructional, greater attention, or the quality of the standards themselves deserves the greater attention. There are possible differences in interpretability across culture contexts measuring the teacher's professional knowledge through self-reports and topic framework used to measure instructional content coverage. While Agir 2019 affirmed in her study to express the students' attitude towards learning regarding some related variables such as academic achievements and internet addictions, where negative result was found. There is no difference of attitudes learning with respect to the gender equality of everyone between male or female students in terms of attitudes towards learning. Maulide and Karyam 2017 shows in their studies about students' academic performance is based on the behavior that the attitudes of the students to online and distance education has a significant role in implementing and developing effective online curricula. They also determined that it is crucial to succeed in education because it is a lifelong process continuously achieved through encouragement to face all the tough and challenges. Lastly, Krimmel et al. 2016 concludes that externalizing and internalizing behavior relates to the academic achievements. Some students have extreme academic difficulty that is not easily to overcome, where other students have challenging behavior that interferes with teaching and learning. Absolutely, behavioral issues on academic performance has various factors to consider such as the availability of learning materials, teachers' attitude, peers, and parental involvement. Besides, learner attitudes started at home and the students might influence their environment. Therefore, there is an inverse relationship between achievement and behavior that has a lasting effect over time, particularly for school academic achievement. The research are not proven yet it is only behavioral issues can affect the students' academic performance, but they also consider several factors on dealing this. Therefore, I conclude that more desirable social behavior correlates, the better grades and competencies will achieve. Grades are better reflections, impact of students' behavior than competencies. Peer problems and parental involvement have a stronger relationship in learners' academic performance. Therefore, a teacher must aware of his or her students' attitude in engaging to the various learning strategies. If this proposed statement will be approved, I will conduct a survey at Sibaltan Elementary School, El Nido, Palawan regarding this issue. Likewise, I will also gather data through interview with parents and pupils who are negatively participating and engaging in learning to hear their side of showing some behavioral issues in our school. In these issues, always remember that the real education is your attitude and behavior with others. It defines the whole personality no matter how qualified you are. Thank you for listening. Any recommendations, suggestions are much appreciated. Thank you so much.